Hey Supers, welcome back to a juicy gossip video. Now, I am so discombobulated. I am confused. I cannot believe this is what Cardi B said on her Twitter page. Now, someone dragged her, basically, saying, Cardi, congrats. How many cookies you want for being a stripper straight out of high school and not giving yourself a chance in life to be nothing else but a hoe? Those are dirty ones from the back room. Now listen, first of all, Cardi B shared a throwback pic when she was an exotic dancer. I think this person was basically rude because, Cardi B shared her throwback pic. You could have said, you love the glow up. You love that you're now a rapper and, you have beautiful children and you can actually afford to take care of your kids. But this person decided that they were going to gaslight Cardi B and assassinate her character. Though I'm not a Cardi B fan, I think women should clap for other women, to see other women, growing up past certain stages in their life because life is very tough. So anywho, the person said, your daughter's going to grow up and she's going to Google your vagina. And Cardi B basically said, oh, yes, my daughter can Google it, whatever. So people are now saying like, girl, Cardi B, you need to chime down. What do you mean your child could Google your vagina? Like, that's so inappropriate for you to say. And then Cardi B went so further, disrespecting that person's kids. I mean, we're not new to Cardi B dissing people's kids, wishing death on people. She has been doing that. That's Cardi B. You say something, she's going to go very low. But I'm very confused, and this is why I'm confused. Cardi B, who's such an A-list celeb, a female rapper who won a Grammy over Nicki, why are you competing with fans and ops on the internet? Why are you going back and forth with the Barbs? It doesn't make any sense. I think Cardi B needs that attention and traction for her to drop projects, for her to get some attention without the Barbs. I don't think Cardi B makes money without beefing with the Barbs. And that's just my honest opinion because you're so rich, as you say, right? Why are you beefing with fan pages? Why are you beefing with the Barbs? I think Cardi B is hiding a lot of things from her fans, and probably, I don't know if it's a financial issue, as if I'm not going to say Cardi B is broke because I don't know her finances, but honey, this is not the behavior from a rich, successful woman. You don't give haters attention. And she has been going back and forth with the Barbs over and over and over, and, even though she get the amount of advice to stop, she still continues. Like, girl, make it make sense. If you like the Barbs, you could just say that. Because beefing with them like this is not cute. Because everybody's now thinking, okay, Cardi B, girl, you need the Barbs for some traction, for some attention to go sell something. Because there's no way you're going to talk about your punani on the internet and where your kids are involved. Now, that is very degrading and inappropriate. And I will never forget when she went to war with this Barb, YSL Onika, and she said she was cussing out this Barb, and she only mentioned YSL. She never mentioned the rest of the Barb name because she did not want it to say Onika, because we know who Onika is. Her worst enemy, aka professionally known as Nicki Minaj, okay? And if y'all didn't know, Onika is Nicki's first name, but Cardi B, I think she's bored. You could never have an album you're working on and acting this way. I don't think Cardi B has an album that's coming out, but she's trying to trick the crowd. She came out that she's working on a business brand. She's dropping brands and business with Revolve, and I think that's the only thing that she's doing, but I don't think this girl is actually working on an album. I kid you not. I don't believe it for a second. Hence why the Barbs, they have been coming at her like, girl, stop lying. You don't have an album out. You're just basically pretending because you saw that Gag City tour and how successful it was, honey. You don't have no precedent over Nicki Minaj and you're so mad. Nicki's making a lot of money, still the highest paid female rapper. Your ex-baby daddy was so in love, and I say ex-baby daddy because, she mentioned a couple of things with Offset as in regards to him not giving his kids present on Christmas. She potentially having to divorce him soon. Like, he's an ex, period. Now, I think it's karma. Everything that, Cardi B is receiving is karma. Girl, you threw a shoe at Nicki Minaj. You used to beef and fight over DICK. There were just so many things that Cardi B was doing. Like, girl, you almost went to jail because you allegedly set someone up to go attack some girls over Offset. Like, you could have went to jail and Offset would have still cheated on you. I think as women, we ought to learn our lesson that these men, sometimes they don't really give a flying F about us, and that's the fact. We ought to go earn our money, stack our bread up, and focus on ourselves, and don't be a Cardi B. Everybody be thinking Cardi B is such a hot person, like, oh, she's so classy. I don't think paying someone to go attack some girls over a man is classy. That's giving bothered vibes. Like, aren't you a queen? Aren't you a Grammy-winning rapper? You have money to waste? Girl, there's so many hungry people on the street. Go give them the money. You're paying someone to go attack some girls over Offset who don't really give a flying about you. Like, he doesn't really care. To me, he doesn't really care about Cardi B. Like, she made an Instagram live, and she said she was in her most vulnerable times in Offset descent. Like, he left her alone. And mind you, she recently gave birth at the time. And I was like, what man cares about you if he's going to do that? He basically left you alone when he knew you were in need. He wanted control over you. He wanted you to, I guess, suffer because, you're a strong woman. And a man sometimes don't like a strong woman. I'm just saying. And I think she kept on going back to this guy, and he never learned anything. Like, he kept on being so toxic. And I feel like, Cardi B, he's jealous of her. She's making a lot of money, with brands and stuff. And she's an entertainer. I don't think she's a rapper. To me, she's more of an entertainer because she has been in the public eye for years. Way before she gained this stardom to be a rapper, she has been an entertainer, and she really knows how to connect with the crowd so well. Hence why I think, she's not going to really flop anytime soon. Take it or leave it. I don't think Cardi B is going to flop. Yes, flop in music, but not in the media. She has a very good personality that attracts a lot of people. And to me, that's facts. You can't always hate on a person. You have to give them where their credit is due. And that's my credit to her. I think she's an entertainer. I think she's very attractive. She's a beautiful woman. I'm not going to drag her down. I just don't think she's good at rapping. Girl, go act in a movie or something, but you being a rapper is a non-factor. And this business that she has coming out, I think it's very good. Round of applause, but I don't think she's going to be a billionaire over Nicki Minaj. Period. And that's just my whole take on it. But guys, let me know what y'all think. Leave a like for this video. Share if you care. And see you guys some other time. And thank you so much for always sipping with us. Bye.